Well, that's an interesting view. Illuminated from above. I actually almost like that. Puts me in the spotlight. So I decided to make a special effects video. I haven't actually made one for a while. But I have time because we have no internet right now. Not exactly sure why. The tech guy's going to be here tomorrow. So check things over. And hopefully we'll have the internet back tomorrow. So we did everything they told us to do. Did you try resetting the modem? Of course we did. That's the first thing we tried. Oh, little flies everywhere. So it's interesting. Actually, I'll get to that. So Zach came by today, and he's still cleaning out his storage area at the apartment he's at, and he called me up and asked me if I wanted another shelf. I said, yeah, I can use one out in the garage. So I have two out here now, and I'm happy that he gave me this one because now I don't have to bring one down from upstairs. Because I still have two up there. I have one that's supposed to go in my bedroom at some point in time, and the other one that comes out here. Because I had two. I think I had two in the garage. I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking three, but I think I only had two in the garage, and the rest were in my bedroom. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think I had 4 in my bedroom. That means I'm missing one. I had... So I had the 2 standing. I had 1 in the back corner, and I had 3/4 of one on top of my old computer desk. So that's 4, and 2 in the garage, which is 6. I have 2 in... Oh, okay, never mind. I have 3 in my bedroom right now. Okay, that works out. So I got another one here, and I don't have to bring the other one down. Because, they're not heavy, but they're awkward. And with my... Oh, a fly. With my back being the way it is now, I'm kind of leery about carrying, anything really. So, I went out for a nice tour today. I didn't go anywhere yesterday. I think all the work that I was doing on here, pushing myself and exerting and everything, I think it finally caught up to me. I wasn't doing great yesterday at all. It was a cooler day anyways. It wasn't cold, but I think it was like the high of 19. So we had some storms come through and everything just cooled right off, which was nice, but yesterday itself wasn't great. So I was in bed all day. I had the blanket. Holy smokes, get away from my face! I had the blanket on me all day. I was shivering. I was cold. I just wasn't feeling well at all. So I did pretty much absolutely nothing yesterday. So today come along, and I went to bed about 3 o'clock in the morning. The temperature was 14 degrees. And I woke up today, and it's still 14 degrees. It's like, what? It's almost noon. 14. So it turns out it froze. And the reason it froze is because our internet stopped. So it's just kind of displaying the last information that it had. So I had to, I couldn't, my phone is messed up. It's a new phone, but it's an old model of a new phone. It's an iPhone SE, and I picked it because that was all I could afford at the time when I needed my new phone. And I didn't have time to really do much anything. If you remember, my phone was swollen. The battery was swelling in it, so I had to replace it as soon as I could. And that was the cheapest one. I think it was like $24 a month or something. And I'm about to get interrupted. Okay, no more interruptions. So I was out today. I wanted to go out and enjoy the weather. And like I said, I wasn't sure what the temperature was because I couldn't tell. And for what my phone, that's what I was talking about, the old phone, and it was all I could afford, right? Like, it's brand new, it's never been used, but it's an older model. And for whatever reason, it doesn't work properly with data. If I'm in the house and I've got Wi-Fi, it's not a problem. As soon as the Wi-Fi goes out, my data doesn't work. I go outside and it's fine. It's just when it makes no sense. Because when I was in Wingham, the power went out, and I went to check the Hydro One outage map to see how widespread it is. It won't load. It's so annoying. But it'll work fine if I go out. You know, it just won't work at home. Everybody gives me all these suggestions. Nothing works. It's just this phone. I've never had this issue with any other phone. Just this phone. So it's messed up. So my data doesn't work either. So I had no idea what the temperature is. So I went out onto the roof and got the cat some catnip just to see what the temperature was. And it's pretty nice. It's not overly hot today. It's not super hot. Like, I was driving without a shirt, so you know, it's warm enough. But it's not that crazy. So I went out, and while I was out, I stopped down at the Ball Diamond, and I got there. There was a family there. I'm guessing it's a family, man and woman, and two kids throwing the ball around in the Ball Diamond. So the way I am is I won't smoke if there's kids around. So rather than going past them to sit under the tree where I normally sit at the edge of the field there, I went straight past the building and sat at the edge of the field there to avoid that problem. And after a few seconds, I hear them set the alarm on their van. It's like, well, that was kind of rude and unnecessary. You're looking right at your van. You can see if I'm going to break into it. It's like, that actually offended me. That kind of pissed me off a little bit. So I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I see this cloud of black smoke in the distance, and on the other side of the field, there's a farm over there. So I'm watching it, and it's not really getting any bigger, but it's not going away either. And I was contemplating calling 911, but I didn't really need to, because apparently somebody else at the Ball Diamond, because the dispatcher said somebody from the Ball Diamond in Gorey called, and it wasn't me, so I had to be him, right? So they called, beat me to it. So I went over to the main road, and for the first time got the Howick trucks on video, which was kind of nice. So I made my video today. I was actually able to incorporate them into my video, which was pretty cool. I didn't actually expect to be able to do that. That worked out quite well. But another thing that I'm really happy about, well, not really happy, it doesn't really matter one way or the other, but I'm surprised, I guess. My cat will not go outside. He's afraid of going outside. When we were in Wingham, I tried to get him to go out a couple of times. He'll get to the door, and he'll turn around and say, no, that's not for me, and he'll go back in. So last night, I had this camera. I was sitting in the door up top, and just watching the lightning, as the storm's coming in, hoping to get some lightning on video. And I was a few seconds too early, I guess. But I'm sitting there, and the cat knows the catnip's out there. Because when I bring him the catnip, I come through that door, right? So he comes up to the door, and he's standing there, and he actually goes out onto the roof, which really surprised me. He never got more than probably a couple feet from the door. But it was cool. It surprised me, because he normally will not go outside. So maybe, well, I was saying maybe because I was sitting there, but it was at the door before, and he wouldn't go out. So it was kind of cool. He was out there for a little bit, and then it started raining, and I've had enough of this, and came back in. Right? And after I started getting wet from the rain. It was cold, really cold raindrops. And I got up, and I was about to close the door, and all of a sudden, there's the lightning strike I was waiting for. It kind of ticked me off. A few seconds too late for that. Or two, whatever. He's watching the lightning. He's watching the lightning. Careful. He's watching the lightning. Yeah. You getting in the way? Are you getting in the way? Where you going? Huh? Where you going? You never go outside. No, you never go outside. Look at you. Look at you. Don't go too far. Come on. I just don't want you going too far. Huh? Here comes the rain. Here comes the rain. Yeah. You've never been rained on, have you? Other than in the window. Hi. Let's say hi to the camera. No, you don't like the rain, do ya? The wind. Ooh, that's cold. That's cold rain. That's cold rain. I'm going in now too. No, that's the first time you've been outside, huh? Whoa. It'd be nice to see that. But it surprised me. I thought that was actually kind of cool that he went out. So, I guess that's it. Don't have any other updates. I've got nothing else to do right now, so I'm catching up on my videos, and I actually had time to make a special effects video just because I haven't done one for a while. So I got the time, and I've got a lot of fire department videos that I need to catch up on. At this point, I only have 7 that are uploaded and scheduled to go, so I'm usually at least a month ahead. And just everything that I've been doing, my computer failures and that, both of them that I've had here, have really set me back in a lot of things. So trying to catch up on everything else, and then those videos are getting neglected, right? Because I don't have to do them right away because I've got a bunch already uploaded. And then all of a sudden it's like, uh-oh, because they're daily videos and I don't want a gap, so I got to make sure I keep up with it. And if anything happens, like today, no internet, then I don't have to worry about it because there's already some there ready to go. So I'm getting a bunch of those done, which is nice because they take time. They're not hard to make. They're not difficult at all, but they're a little bit time consuming. Creating the waveform is what takes all the time. Because I go through it and I edit and take out all the empty spaces in that between transmissions, and that's easy. But once I'm finished, I save the file and then I create the waveform, and it's the waveform that takes all the time. Because whatever length the audio is, generally is how long it's going to take to make that video. I don't know why it takes so long, but so if the audio is 24 minutes long, it's going to take at least 24 minutes to create a waveform from it, a video waveform. So that's where all the time is. And I do other stuff while I'm waiting for that. So it's not like I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, doing nothing else, until it's finished. I do other things. And today I decided to make a special effects video while I was waiting. But it's only 2.5 minutes long, so I decided to come down here and talk and explain a few things and show my new shelf. So here we go, another video in the books.